tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. From the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 63 yards, and a touchdown.
I'm so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working, and they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. Jones has it. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. To throw is Fields. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. They find some open field here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. A shotgun snap, Fields. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Here's Fields. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. They snap it to Fields, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest. That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. On that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Working with a 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 14. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. 6-0 our score after 1. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Jeffrey Simmons in there for a milestone sack. That's number 150 of his great career.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Williams brings it in. The 20.
It's over. It's over.
Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. This time, the extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. That'll be caught by Rodgers. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
On first down, it's Fields. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.